So now in the previous class we have studied 4 important non-respiratory functions of respiratory system. This is Dr. Asim Patel here. So now we will continue with the other non-respiratory functions. The fifth non-respiratory function of respiratory system is maintenance of water balance. So respiratory system also helps to maintain the water balance. So during the process of respiration, especially during expiration, some amount of water is evaporated through the expired air, and that is how it decreases the level of water from the body. So this is a non-respiratory function of respiratory system. It helps to maintain the water balance. Then the sixth function is it also helps to maintain or regulate the body temperature. So during the process of expiration, along with water, some amount of heat is also evaporated through the body during the process of expiration, and that is how it decreases the temperature of the body, and that is the role of respiratory function, or that is the role of respiratory system in the regulation of body temperature. Then the seventh one, another very important function of the respiratory system is to maintain the acid-base balance. A respiratory system helps to maintain the acid-base balance, very important function. So in maintaining acid-base balance here, very important thing you should know here. See what happens during the process of metabolism, when metabolic reactions are occurring there in the body. Here during this process of metabolism, lots of carbon dioxide is generated here. So this carbon dioxide which is generated here in the tissues, this carbon dioxide, it combines with water, and when it combines with water there in the tissues, here it forms H2CO3, that is carbonic acid. But carbonic acid is always an unstable compound. This carbonic acid is always an unstable compound. So immediately it splits into H plus ion, that is hydrogen ion, and a bicarbonate ion, that is HCO3 minus. Okay, so during the process of metabolism, lots of carbon dioxide is generated. When metabolism increases, the amount of carbon dioxide also increases there in the body. This carbon dioxide combines with water here to form H2CO3, that is carbonic acid. So this carbonic acid, being an unstable compound, here it immediately splits into hydrogen ion and HCO3 minus ion, that is bicarbonate ion. So when the level of hydrogen ion increases, it means what? It means the pH decreases. It means the acidity increases there in the fluids. But now what happens? This H plus ion and HCO3 minus ion, when they reach to the lungs here, this is what is happening there is there in the tissues. When this H plus ion and HCO3 minus ion, when they reach to the lungs here in the lungs, what happens? In the presence of an enzyme called as carbonic anhydrase, here this H plus ion combines with HCO3 minus ion again to form H2CO3. The whole reaction is reversed here. H is converted into carbonic acid again, and this carbonic acid is again, being an unstable compound, splits into carbon dioxide and water there in the lungs. And this carbon dioxide which is formed there in the lungs, now it will be expired out. Is it clear? So now this hydrogen ion and bicarbonate ion, that is HCO3 minus ion, when they reach to the lungs, again they form H2CO3, that is carbonic acid. This carbonic acid, being an unstable compound there in the lung, again it splits into carbon dioxide and water, and this carbon dioxide is expired out of the respiratory system. Now when the carbon dioxide is, lots of carbon dioxide is expired out of the respiratory system, then naturally the formation of hydrogen ion also decreases. So the pH will come to normal, or the acidity will come to normal. Is it clear? So because of the increased level of carbon dioxide only, the formation of hydrogen ion has increased. So this is the role of respiratory system in maintaining the acid base balance. Then the eighth function is anticoagulant function. The eighth function of respiratory system is anticoagulant function. So here the mast cells which are there here in the lungs, they contain mast cells, and these mast cells, they secrete a substance called as heparin. They are responsible for the secretion of heparin, and this heparin, it prevents the clotting inside the blood vessels. So this is the anticoagulant function of respiratory system. So lungs, they contain mast cells. These mast cells, they secrete a substance called as heparin, and heparin prevents the clotting inside the blood vessels. So this is the eighth function. Then the ninth function of respiratory system is secretion of angiotensin converting enzyme. I will write in short ACE. ACE is angiotensin converting enzyme. So the endothelial cells of pulmonary capillaries, they secrete an enzyme called as angiotensin converting enzyme. The function of this enzyme is it converts angiotensin 1 into angiotensin 2. It converts angiotensin 1 into angiotensin 2. And this angiotensin 2 is mainly responsible for the regulation of extracellular fluid, and also it regulates blood pressure. Angiotensin 2 is responsible for the regulation of extracellular fluid, and also it also regulates blood pressure. Then the 10th function is secretion of hormonal substances. A respiratory system, or particularly the lungs, they secrete certain hormones. Some of the important hormones which are secreted here in the lungs are like prostaglandin. Then it also secretes a hormone called as acetylcholine, and the third hormone which is secreted here is serotonin. These hormones, they have got various important functions like regulation of blood pressure, etc., that we will study later on. So respiratory system, especially lungs, they secrete certain important hormones like prostaglandin, acetylcholine, and serotonin. So this is about the non-respiratory functions of respiratory system. Thank you.